I just had to get out of my house. You know, you have to just go outside, be outside, be amongst whatever trees and nature things. Not that I discount a house being natural and to some degree. I don't know. Many weird thoughts. I wouldn't say they're weird. I'd say they're pretty much common for people these days. I just think they're the result of what they where they get to when they think about these things. Like this whole thing that's going on. Everybody knows the thing. It's ridiculous. On so like they on so many levels. And it has done everything to ruin people, like whatever human is, just to ruin it. There's no such thing as the amount of, I mean, are there any humans left? Whatever it means to be human. I think it has something to do with, well, it doesn't matter what I think. But whatever it is, it's being quickly removed. It's deranged. People are confusing living forever with what life is. This whole technological thing that they're doing, and what's the first thing they did? They got rid of anything that was people interacting as whatever we are as human systems. Like, I mean, they say, were they trying to make people soulless? I don't know. What would be the first step in doing that? You'd have to remove people's compassion, empathy, and heart. And I've noticed that people have less and less and less of those things these days. What's up, Will Johnson? People carry around. I mean, I don't blame them, but they're thinking that the people out here, the few have gotten you confused to who the problem is. It's like fear the people that are not afraid. That's what they told them. So then there's the chaos amongst everybody, because there's people that are trying to get people to take all of these connections to technology and drugs and all of these things that are artificial to a degree, that they can claim and copyright and have more than dominion but ownership over. They're convincing people that that's the way to go, rather than having some sort of, I don't know, whatever this tree is, however this stuff grows, whatever free looks like. I don't know. No, everybody's got to be under someone's thumb and paid for and this and that. And like the amount of psychological terror and abuse that is going on right now. The amount of oh man, I mean, there's so many good words that have popped up into the human psyche these days. Gaslighting and this whole, I mean, it's been going on. People just have new words to describe it. It's just become what's the use? Like, I used to think that life might have been about learning, or whatever love is, or empathy or compassion, or like interacting with people. And now I don't think any of those things matter. All of the education that I've gotten, the only thing I get in return is more and more stupid people to have arguments with. The more that I've been empathetic, the more people have taken advantage of that. The more people I've tried to love, the more hate I've gotten thrown in my face. So, it doesn't seem to be the solution. What's up, Dead-Eyed Jedi? It's chilly. I mean, I'm because I'm a little more warm-blooded, I suppose. This weather is chilly to me. 40. It's like, I don't know, 48 maybe. I'd rather be a little warmer than cold. I'd rather have an extra jacket on. If I was if I was doing something active and not just sitting on some cold concrete, I could handle being in a hoodie. But what's going on, Melissa? 32, yeah. You know, cold weather's not for anyone. Ugh. I figured as we lived longer, we might have found more purpose in our lives, more of whatever the thing is, the essence of life, whatever that is. Not living longer. That's longer. That's not more. That's not better. That's not like the idea of having more of something does not equate to having quality of something. You'd figure life would become more quality filled. Yeah. And it's not that people are not making leaps and strides in their own life and in their communities to help, but it's like what can you do when the entire thing, everyone, because they're listening to the least among us. Like literally these people talking on TV, like how do you listen to them? How do you not see that they're completely just puking? Like they speak nothing but diarrhea. And then you're surrounded by people that listen to them. And then you say anything, and you are considered for having done any research, having thought for yourself, having had this crazy notion that I have a brain and mine works pretty well, I think. I don't know. But yeah, you're the idiot. Because if it's not popularized, we don't want it. Because everybody knows if it's pop, it's good. It's pop culture. If it's cheap and it's very readily available, it's good for you. That smells really good. It smells like onion rings. I love the smell of onion rings. What's up, John Shamanic? Oh, you see the palm trees? Is that what you see? Let's see what we got over here. This one over here. Yeah, palms right there. Boom. Yeah, it's a couple of them. A couple palm trees. See, I mean, it's not that cold. The palm trees are still rocking. I know. Keep on babbling and babble on the fishes. I mean, it's like purposeless to talk to people these days. Purposeless. There's no point. There's no point. Like you're supposed to have a voice to speak, to educate, to move people in a positive direction. That's what it's supposed to be there for. But the more and more that this shit goes on, it's like whoever has a louder station, whoever's got more stations, whoever's got more stuff, we'll do that. Take a look into the babblefish. Yeah, that's from. Do you know what that's from? The babblefish on the front of here. That's what I put on the front, right? That was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with all that, John. There's no. This whole thing is there's no education here. It doesn't exist. This whole thing is beyond a riddle. It's all nonsense. There's no purpose to any of this. I thought it was cymatics. If we make good noises, things will, happen good. What does that mean? It just means a different shape. I don't know. I want to go sit by the water because I do enjoy the sound of water, but the water's not really going to be moving too much right now. But I enjoy just the energy off of it. I might go up there in a second. Or the graveyard. We'll see. A little cove over here. It's like people are literally becoming more unhealthy, becoming dumber. You know when people get older and they have Alzheimer's, they don't know what's going on. Like literally, we still like somehow respect the elders, not the elders, the older people, and like they've been doing it, so they know what they're doing. No, they don't. Do you know why? You know why some people retire playing sports? Because everything goes downhill. Because they've been abusing their bodies. When people are, I'm glad they were good thinkers throughout their life, but as they get older and they get dehydrated and their brains don't function, what is the purpose in listening to these people? They can't even make a coherent cognitive statement ever. And then we're going, yeah, of course. But then you're surrounded by people that do that. And if you sound, this is 100% idiocracy. Even the most average people that I talk to now, which have any reason in their mind left, even though normally I would say, okay, they're not well educated, but you know, they're cool people. Now they're way more intelligent than everyone else. You just see these people just lacking all types of cognitive, just anything, thoughts, their hearts, they have like to say they're soulless and we live in a zombie apocalypse would be an understatement. Yeah, I don't know, John. I don't know at all, man. So be it. Whatever. I mean, what about sitting? What's sitting meditation? What about stillness? I don't know. None of it works. None of it does anything. None of it is adding to helping whatever's going on in this world. None of it is. This whole thing is beyond fucked. Because you can't, like, it's I thought it was going in the other direction. I was convinced it was going in the other direction for a positive turn, and the smart people and the intelligent people and the empathetic people and the positive people, that would be taking over. And what we're seeing, it's a relentless assault on people, just turning people from okay into bad, whatever bad is, like shitty, stinky, not caring, not sharing, not everything has become so self-oriented, so self-identified, so selfish. Now, again, doing things for self is perfectly fine, but there has to be a balance between service for self and service for others. There has to be a balance, but you see, it's not. But here's the thing: it's barely even these people's faults that this is going on. It's because when people don't have anything, how can they share? People have less knowledge. They have more bizarre things to think about and say. They have less time. They have less money. They're spending more time watching TV shows, scrolling through the internet. And they're not scrolling through the internet actually looking for anything of value. They're just scrolling through, just perusing. Like window shopping. Not really trying to find, like they don't find a good piece of information. Hey, I wonder what this is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper on what this is. No, just bypass that. I don't know how many times throughout my life I've done all the research for people and then handed them the information. Literally handed them on a silver platter the information, and they took it as if it wasn't worth anything. I'm like, well, then why did you? People ask me for things and I do it for them, and then they're like, they don't want it, they don't use it. I'm like, and then whenever I give people clues and try to help them, they're like, why don't you just tell me what to do exactly? I'm like, it doesn't work either way. Nobody wants to know anything. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. And it's, again, I'm not blaming it on the individual. It's whatever's going on from, like, why do people continue to listen to these people that have, in their entire life, all they've done is just repeat something off, they're repeaters. They're repeating off of a piece of paper something they're told to say that has no bearing in reality whatsoever. And they still believe them. Golden milk is delicious. Yeah. Hopefully you got the whole recipe. I don't know what I was babbling about when I told you the recipe, but I'm sure I told you the 5 major ingredients. Hmm. I hear you, John, to a degree, but it's pointless. It's all pointless. It all leads back to nowhere land. So I've understood why people are apathetic, and understand why people think things are pointless, because there isn't a point to anything. There is literally nothing. You can spend your entire life following all the paths of all the different religions, all the yoga practitioners. They're all a bunch of people trying to tell you how to. Here's how you find the thing, and they're all wrong. They're all wrong. Yeah, Koans, what's up? That's the black pepper. Black pepper, the oils in the black pepper are there's an element in the black pepper that works with the turmeric, and then the cayenne just makes it nice and toasty and warm. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just like I just don't feel like I don't the types of things I used to want to share with people. I just don't care to anymore. It hasn't done anything that delightful for me, and it hasn't done anything that much for anybody else. It just doesn't. It's it's like the more people I see sharing and giving good information, it's not helping people. It's like the more I look at it, I would have rather gone back. Like, you know, could you go back in time and start somewhere? Yeah, I would have probably continued on my path and made a lot of money and just said fuck all this bullshit. Because then at least then I'd go get my I don't even know. I don't even know what I would do. I would just it wouldn't be sitting here contemplating how bizarre the world has become. Because I don't think anybody even some of the smartest people I know, they're caught under an entire blanket of mental warfare that they can't even do anything about. So how do when I know smart people that are infected completely mentally by it, what can you do for the average person? Not a fucking thing. Yeah, John. To me, it's just like everything to me has become lip service and babble because no one cares. No one gives a shit. No one does. It's more and more. Hmm. Hmm. Well, thanks, John. But you know what? Here's the thing, my guy. I'm sitting here in a physical body, and my hands are cold. I'm sitting here without much cash, and I still have bills to pay, and it's just getting tiring. It's just I'm dead with this bullshit. Like, why is it the best among us have to go through the most fucking bullshit and struggles? Like, this is not this. We're all mind, but my hands are cold. We're all mind, but I'm sitting here like, you know, it's not. I wanted it to be sunny. I was so excited about the last couple days because it was 70 degrees, but it was raining all day. I was so excited, but I couldn't go outside to do what I wanted to do because it was raining. So I didn't have a bad thought about the days. Trying to talk to a friend of mine. I was excited to talk to them. Oh no, we didn't get an argument. She got an argument with me over something that I didn't even say with any intention of causing an argument, and then you get that big paragraph and text back. That was awesome. Telling me that I was unempathetic. Telling me that I was fucking up. That I was being unreasonable. That I was unempathetic. Over saying I think it's kind of silly that we have a phone and you're saying it's easier to write emails. No, it's not. No, it's not. In no way is it better. Is it easier or to write emails? So whatever. Like, frustration level with this shit is like 1 billion right now. Yeah, well, I'm tired of it, John. I don't want to be cold-handed. I don't want to walk anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I just don't give a fuck. Like, this is just dumb to me. I've walked too many cold nights. I've walked too far. I'm tired. I like, if I could be guaranteed that going and getting the jabby jabbers that would kill me without any pain, I would do it right now. I'd be a peace out, guys. I'm done with this round. I don't give a fuck. It's not worth it. There is no fucking, oh, the silver lining to the on the other side is the sun will come up tomorrow. Yeah, okay. People have been saying that for how long? 20 years now? And every other time, no, it just seems to get more fucking more miserable and stupid with people. So, you know, 2 fucks to give, 1 fuck to give, no fucks to give. I have nothing to give anyone. Like, it's just, I'm tapped out of using my mind to help people. I've said all I can say about things, and my return on my investment is literally suffering, which is really cool. Suffering. Cash depleted, no income, nowhere could I really get a job. I'm pretty unemployable, especially considering nowhere's open. So even places that I could get a job to make decent money, nowhere's open. Not gonna happen. So I just sit here and just fucking talk a bunch of weird shit on here. Just tired, man. Pointlessness, purposelessness, ridiculousness. It's all wound up in the bag of bullshit. Surrounded by monumental amounts of bullshit. That's all the size of it. Yeah. You guys want to continue to dick around with me? Oops, shit. You know how they say money is easy to make? Yeah, it kind of is. Here's how it's easy to make. If you don't care about having any authenticity, any integrity, and selling people bullshit all day, you can make a lot of money. That's all you have to do. If I didn't give a shit, and I had no integrity to my life, but I couldn't, but I don't know how to do that anymore. Like the only time that I ever did that, and the funny thing is, when I used to sell cars, I wasn't even being bullshit, you know, which is funny, because you always think a used car salesman, what do? They like rip you off. No, never did that. Because I knew what the cars were worth, and I would always be like, yo, if you go talk to when the manager comes over, be like, you know what they'll give it to you for. I would tell people, I don't give a fuck. But then, you know, what do I go now and start like all these things that I know that are at least worthless, if not completely detrimental to people? Like if I say that to people, masks are not only worthless, but perhaps, and almost, I can guarantee you, there studies have been done on how negatively they affect your health. Nobody wants to hear that. I'm like, you can do the research and look at it for yourself. No, they don't want to do that. And if you hand it to them, they'll read it and then say, no, this is bullshit. So like, what do you do? How could I go? So what could I have done? Could have just started selling masks, you know? I could walk around the city selling masks to people. And you know what? They'd buy them. Yep. But what would I be doing? I'd be knowing that I'm selling something to someone that will cause them bacterial infections, bronchial infections, perhaps kill them. And you think that's what I would do? So making money, really easy to do. Lots of ways to do it. What do you think? I'm going to go work at McDonald's? I'm going to work at McDonald's, knowing how that garbage affects people's lives. How could I do that? How could I get through even a fucking 2-hour shift there without blowing my brains out or just saying, I can't do this? You know? It's not about, you know, people play this lesser of two evils. Well, what would you rather do? Would you rather just murder everybody around you? Would you just, you know, fucking, here's a hamburger that's full of shit and chemicals, and I mean, what? It's quite, you know. Now, if people knew what they were getting and full on went into it with the knowledge that okay, this is actually really poisonous, and this is da. If they went to it knowing, but they want it anyways, that's a little different. But people really don't know. They really don't know how bad. They make a joke about how bad it is. They don't know. They don't know how bad McDonald's is. They don't know what it's causing. This whole culture that has turned into the one of my favorite words that came out of this whole thing is virtue signaling. Now, it's another thing that, as I was saying earlier, words that we just didn't use those two words to say it, but it's been going on for a long time. I mean, it's like when you're a kid and you want to wear the right clothes, so you buy the new fad. So what is the new fad? The new virtue signal. I have virtue. Let me show you this. Knowing nothing about whether it's actually a virtuous thing to do, and it's not, which is the funniest part. Like, people are causing themselves brain damage. Some people say it's irreversible. I don't necessarily agree with that, but causing themselves brain damage, causing themselves lack of oxygen, causing themselves breathing in just trash, just breathing in so much bacteria, so much fungus, so much mold. I don't want to hear that, even though it's so reasonable to consider. It's just take a couple seconds to think about it. Nope. So how do you do that? How do you make money in a, you know? Before I used to fuck with stocks, and I learned what stocks were and how that works. And that tasted that was a little off-putting to me. I think I might go back to the crib for a second. Let's go inside. What do you think? Oh, and it's almost that wonderful day, Valentine's Day, huh? A couple days, everybody excited about that. Everybody got their red hearts and their bears and their chocolates and their flowers for people. What a ridiculous show and display of absurdity right there, wouldn't you say? Okay, so bear with me for you guys. Go take yourself a 5-minute break, and let me get into this domicile here. Besides, I could have some coffee. Oh yeah, I hear you, Melissa. I would do that 1,000 times over. Where's the money? Huh? I put out the plans all there. I got time. I have time. All through my videos. Even when I was explaining how this shit works. All of it. Music, sound, color, all of it. Aromatherapy, how to do all of it. How to build all this shit. I just don't have the finances for it. What are you gonna do? Working that for a long time. Hasn't come through yet. Weird. I hear you, John. Yeah, but where's the pay it forward? You know, where's the pay it forward to me? The kind of shit that I've given away to people and done for people. Where's the pay it forward? I don't know. Don't happen to see it. Every other day, I'm just like, where will I be staying next week? You know, like, come up on some bucks. Luckily. Oh no, that's the universe providing. Wait here for 2 hours for an elevator. Should just took the stairs, huh? Guess I'll just take the walking stairs, because these things are broke. Cool. Okay. Back into the elephant hole. We call it a rabbit hole, but it's not a rabbit hole. There's elephants everywhere. Finally, clean up my place. Cool. Let's grab a punch in the fucking dick. you think about that? Okay. Where were we? What were we talking about? Anything important? Importante? Yeah. Well, I'll wait for a couple minutes if anybody comes back. I don't really have anything to say right now. Kind of just bored on this whole fucking thing talking. Probably just gonna go start. Let's go find out what makes me the most money and do that. And then just do what any rich person would do. Say fuck off to everybody else. Can't really be a good person in this world and get by. And can't be a good person and be happy. I don't see it. Tried. Being a good person makes me happy. Helps me be, content. Thinking I'm adding value. But in the whole grand scheme, the grand epiphany of things, no. Shitty people have the best lives. They do. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Hey, but what do I know? I don't know their lives, right? Okay. Nobody comes back in the next couple seconds. I'm gonna dip anyways because I got shit to say. You guys have a fun day. Be weird. If anybody wants to, you know how to do it. Blah blah blah. PayPal.me / TSAR capital XEN Cash App $, capital TSAR capital XEN. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Bye. Good day.